with jazz playing. Hello, hello, hello. Is everybody there?
I'm here.
No, I need to put my phone on private.
That's what I need to do because I just got a call.
Yeah. Or do not disturb, whatever. I can't hear the music in the background, Raheem. So you tell us when we're live. Oh, we're live. Hey. Okay. We've been live for 45 seconds. Hey, everybody. How you doing?
Hello.
This is James Peters with Keller Williams. I am here. Well, this is the real estate hour with James Peters, with myself. I'm here with two other agents that I work very closely with. Hank Purefoy, who's a market expert, and Joan Giles. I'm gonna let you guys introduce yourself. Hank, tell the audience about yourself.
Hey, America. This is Hank Purefoy, licensed real estate agent with Keller Williams Realty. A little bit about myself. I've been licensed since 2005. Been with several companies. The reason I'm with Keller Williams Realty right now is because Keller Williams is a tremendous organization known for its training. It's the number one real estate agency in the country. We've been in the top 1, 2 in training for years, and actually it's a great training organization, period. Great company. Right now I'm working with James and Joan and a couple other people in the Atlanta real estate market to help people get into these homes. Personally, I'm a single dad. I have 4 children, even though the oldest is 31, so he's not really a child. The other 3 are home right now because we're quarantined. But really, I love helping people. I love training. So that's why I'm with Keller Williams, helping people and getting them into homes.
Okay.
All right.
Joan, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Hello, everyone. My name is Joan Giles, realtor here in Atlanta market. I'm also with Keller Williams Realty, the number 1 brokerage in America. I agree with Hank when he says it's the top organization to be in. Even with everything that's going on right now, Keller Williams has positioned us to make sure that we don't fall or fold while the shift is happening. We are prepared. We're ready. I personally haven't seen anything to make me doubt, my future in real estate. So I'm happy to be a part of such a great organization that helps us keep our mindset right, as well as help us move forward with our business.
All right, good deal, good deal. Well, you guys, if you don't know me, I can give you my background.
What is your background?
I'm like, them resumes sounded impressive over here. My name is James Peters. I've been in the real estate business for 3 years, actually 4 years now. All with Keller Williams in the Tucker office as well as the Smyrna office. And for a lot of the same reasons why I'm in the business, the same reasons why they are. Primarily, I really love helping put people in homes. Love working with first-time homeowners, but also love helping folks sell their homes and help them pursue their next dream. All right, whether it's the older lady looking to downsize or move back in with her parents and with her kids, excuse me, or that couple looking to move to that next level, get their kid, put their kids and move to a certain school district. I love helping people with their real estate issues, with their real estate problems or their dreams, and helping them achieve those dreams. So I asked these two to come on board here because we work so closely together, and we're always networking and masterminding about how we can help our customer bases, what's going on in the market, what else we can be doing to grow our business and to help other folks. So I wanted to just kind of get their opinions about what's going on now, especially that everybody is sort of at home and we're all going through this same situation. Gonna ask them what they're doing to to deal with this. And you know, you guys, you can jump in and call us. Raheem, give me that number again. It's 678 actually 381 1973. So you can call in and ask, you know, these real estate professionals and myself what you know what they can be, what you can be doing, what questions you have real estate wise. I wanted to this brain trust over here to share their background about that. First thing, and I know Hank's gonna have to leave probably at 6:30, but you know, what are you guys doing? And I know when you talk to clients, your customers, and talk to your friends and family, what are they doing to you know leverage this time successfully, you know, and deal with this shift?
Right. So there are two big changes in the market. One is everything has to be virtual now. Everything has to be video based. I'm meeting with clients using Zoom and doing video consultations. Right now, sellers don't want people in their homes as any old seller. So right now you have to make sure that you have the correct paperwork to show that you are a serious buyer. You have to have your pre-approval letter ready, your buyer broker agreement ready. Even right now, we're doing video tours of properties instead of before buyers even go into the properties. So that's one big change, doing everything virtually and using video. And two, financing restrictions have gotten a little bit tighter. And some lenders, you might need a little higher credit score to get certain incentives on purchasing, and things are taking a little bit longer. But the market is robust. I know, James, you know, we have some statistics on how many homes are being sold. I get calls from buyers every day who want to look at homes, and sellers want to sell. So the biggest shift is using the video and being virtual and getting tighter on the financing restrictions. That's what I've seen so far.
Joan, what about yourself?
As for me, I haven't seen a big change. I'm still out showing property. I'm still going out doing listing consultations. I am also still involved in doing walkthroughs and everything else. My clients are keeping me very busy. People are still buying houses. The only change I would say is we have to be cautious with protective wear. I wear glasses, mask, gloves. I carry a little bag with Lysol wipes, as well as hand sanitizer. I have not purchased the book covers yet, but I do have it in my Amazon cart to buy. But we're taking everything to protect the sellers, the buyers, as well as the agents.
No, absolutely. Yeah. It's more of the same. You know, we're doing more like your virtual home tours. So look for some of that coming this week. I think respectively on all our pages, we'll be doing some of those. You know, we for my listings, I have booties, wipes that we provide. You know, we'll go there and open up all the doors, you know, just to make sure that you, when you come in, you don't have to touch anything.
I did my first virtual video this past weekend. So hopefully it turned out pretty good. We'll see what happens with that. Has anybody had any luck with that? With the virtual tours?
Yeah, actually, I did one. I did one. Like maybe Thursday, and you know, it was actually specifically for a buyer, but I think I got some interest on from another buyer. So I mean, you know, it's just doing a walkthrough and spending some time and going through and showing everybody the property, at least being showing what's going on. Just to touch back on a point that Hank brought up, that, you know, the market is robust. This is the last 7 days. All right. So it was 1,964 listings.
Hi, Facebook Live. I am
listings.
live on a broadcast on a radio station. I have to figure out the name of it. Give me a second. Talking about real estate. So that's what I'm doing right now, answering questions.
Oh, okay. You
Cross promotion.
No, we stopped. All right. There was about 1,700 properties that went pending last week. Again,
so that's a good number.
that
Great
there's still
number.
a lot of activity. People are still buying homes. People are still putting offers on homes.
Right.
All right. And actually on that 1700, there's another 782 that was active under contract, which means they still put an offer on, and they still have it active until they get past the due diligence period. But I mean, that's the
Right.
activity you're seeing. All right.
Right.
And there was 1,800 homes, 1864 total number of homes that closed last week.
Right.
Again, so that's
How many number of homes closed last week?
1864.
1864 homes
Right.
closed last week.
The Atlanta market is still high. I mean, right now it's still a seller's market. You know, we have a lot more buyers than sellers. So
And low inventory.
low inventory. So you're still in a multiple offer situation. You still got to come with strong offers. You got to have your financing together and your paperwork together. So there hasn't been anything different in the market as far as trying to get into a home. You still have to have your financing right and be able to negotiate. I think that's part of the what we bring to the table is being prepared to negotiate, knowing the market. That's
Absolutely.
why Keller Williams, we have multiple calls daily about the market so that we're educated. We know how to navigate these things in each county, what paperwork we need, how to get into these homes, how to keep our clients safe. So once again, that Keller Williams education is invaluable at this point in time.
Yeah.
So what would you say to a buyer that's thinking about maybe they should wait until this coronavirus pass? What do you tell your clients?
I say if you're ready, act now. All right, because the way the market is, you're gonna find with all the shifts like in changing from the lenders, some buyers are gonna fall out. All right, so it's going to give you an opportunity to grab a house that you wanted without necessarily have to be in a multiple offer situation, right? So act now. I mean, if you're ready, your house is out there. We can find your house, all right. And you're still going to have to be determined that for what you want to get. You're still going to have to be patient because the market is such that you may not get your first offer, right? But it's a good chance,
or the second, or the third.
Yeah, but
I mean, that's just true. It's setting expectations.
It's competitive.
Yeah, it is very competitive, and right. And you don't have time to sleep on it. If you see a house, we go out and see a house today, you need to, really consider it, because if you sleep on it tomorrow, it may not be there.
Right. And if you're ready today, who knows what's going to happen 30 days from now? You could be qualified today, and the way the finances are going, you could be unqualified in 30 to 60 days. So if you're qualified,
that's true.
If
that's
you're
a great point.
And you want to move into the market, and two, in 30 to 40 days, say we come out of restrictions, then you're going to have a lot more buyers flood the market. You're going to have a lot more competition, which is going to make it even more difficult for you to get into a home. So if you're ready and you see the house you like, let's go get it. Now is a great time to go buy a house.
Absolutely, guys, absolutely. Now, you bring up some good points to me, because if you think about it, let's go back 30 days, right?
Right.
We didn't expect this to happen. At the beginning of March, nobody was thinking about COVID like this. You heard it, but it was someplace else.
Right.
All right. And then it came in and hit like a hammer in terms of, how we had to change our behavior in 30 days. Right. So we're walking into uncertain times, but, there are things you can do in these times. Prepare yourself. All right. You take the first blow that you regroup, adjust, regroup, adapt, overcome, and then you figure out what your game plan is. Right. And we as agents, we want to encourage those folks to, we want to encourage you guys to go out there and let's find that house. Let's do it now, while, like you said, all the buyers may not be ready to act. All right.
Right.
So,
the market has thinned out some buyers, but once again, be ready. If you're ready, let's move quickly. Time is of the essence right now. If you see a house that you like, let's move on it. Don't wait.
Right.
Don't wait.
Yeah, and don't go out there thinking that there's some huge discount, right? Right now, it's still a seller's market.
Right.
All right. It is still a seller's market, which means the inventory is low. Right. And it is not just low, it's low. It's hip hop song low. I mean, so, normally equilibrium, I think they say it's about 6 months worth of inventory. I think last time I checked, I think it was in like the 2-3 range. All right. Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, it's, so you need to go out there and, put your best foot forward with your offers. Right. So you can get that home, and don't think about it. Don't try to time the market. All you guys sitting on the side, don't try to time the market. The best time to buy
unpredictable.
Is now. Right. Yeah. The best time to sell is now. The story I like to tell is I bought my house in Dallas in 2008 at the right before the crash in Texas. All right. And if I was trying to time it, I'd be like, I wouldn't do it. But the reality is, by doing it then, 8 years later, when I sold in 2016, my house was still up because, you again, time heals all those market wounds. The house was up. I bought it at 160. I sold it at 210. I was able to pocket the difference in my pocket, and then come over here and put only 10,000 down and put the rest in the bank.
Right.
So every morning I wake up and I look at my bank account and see that nice little bump. Like,
Let me hold something.
That bank account too, myself.
Right. You're looking at that big bank.
Yeah. Hey, look, you guys got me at a loss of words. It ain't that big. It ain't that big. It's a work in progress. It's a work in progress.
Right.
Okay, I get you.
Okay. I got grade school money. Y'all got grown folks money.
Right. But yeah, the market is still moving robustly in Atlanta. When people watch the news, they get afraid and they think, oh, prices are going to drop and it's going to be a crash. That is not Atlanta. Atlanta is an anomaly. Home prices have been going up 10-12% over years. Nobody does that. Atlanta is not an anomaly. So if you're watching the news and if your realtor is not telling you about statistics, don't believe it. Home prices are still appreciating.
Yeah.
And it's competitive out there. So now if you're approved and ready to go, do not sit on the fence. Do not sit on the fence. Get out there and find you a home.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so you think about it, they're expecting another million people to come to Atlanta in the next year?
At least.
It's probably going to be higher with this COVID because, I'm sure everybody from the Northeast is going to be like, yeah, it's time to leave New York.
And just to go back to what we were talking about earlier, now is the time, and you have to come with good offers because the inventory is low. I've had on occasion clients come to me. They've searched Zillow and Redfin and all those other companies looking at pre-foreclosures. Pre-foreclosures, I want everyone to understand that it doesn't mean that house is on the market. Companies
you're not going to get a discount.
You're not going to get that big discount. I hear a echo or something.
Yeah, no, that was me. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, thank you, because it was throwing me off. I couldn't think. Okay, so going back to what I was saying about short sale, pre-foreclosures, they're not on the market. That means the homeowner possibly just behind 90 days or so in their mortgage payment, and they can actually go call their banks and make arrangements and actually catch it up or get it where they're out of pre-foreclosure. They can catch it up. So it doesn't mean that it's actually going to go to foreclosure.
Right. I call it clickbait. I mean, it's quite honestly, those sites, they're trying to get you to click on that site and talk to one of their realtors, but they know good and well that property is not going to be available. You
can't show it because people are still is where the owner is still living there. No homeowner is going to let you come into their home to see a property that they're trying to fight their way out of to keep. You know what I'm saying? So to tell you the truth, if you're in a situation where your lender has started proceedings on foreclosing your home, doing a pre-foreclosure, the best thing to do is don't cover your eyes. Call your bank, make arrangements, because to be honest with you, the banks do not want your home. They prefer you to keep it and pay it off. They actually want you to save it. So don't bury your head in the sand. Contact your bank right away to work with you.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
And if you want to sell, call me.
Of course.
Call anybody
Right.
here on this panel.
Right.
But I mean, but again, attack your problems. Don't let your problems attack you. You know what I mean? Because there's definitely ways to handle it where you call your bank, especially now in this COVID situation. Obviously, there's some flexibility the banks are offering. But I mean, if it comes to the point where you said, okay, you know what, you're ready to move on, attack the problem.
Right.
Attack the problem. Have a
Be
conversation
proactive.
with a realtor. You may think that you're underwater, but you'll call myself, Hank, or Joan, and we'll do a market assessment for you, and we'll tell you what your house is really worth.
Right.
And help you figure out what your options are.
Right.
At that point in time, don't hold it, because you can wait too late and there's nothing we can do.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
And don't believe that Zestimate. Don't believe Zillow.
Oh, those estimates is a total fake
Call a real
news.
estate professional. Call a real
Fake
estate
news.
professional.
Fake
It's
news.
fake news.
It's fake news.
Right. But before I go, I gotta run, and actually I'm showing a property to a client. I just want to say, if you're ready, call a real estate professional, get consultation. I specialize on the east side of town, DeKalb County, Gwinnett County, Walton County, Henry County. If you want a market assessment, I'm offering the free market assessment. My website is hankismyagent.com. You can reach me, but I want to say be careful out there. Everyone, be safe. Wear your gloves, wear your masks.
Absolutely.
Stay 6 feet away. And James, you're right. As an agent, when we're showing houses, we go in and we're opening doors and opening drawers so your clients can come in and not have to touch anything. Walk through the property, get a good sense of if is this a property for me, so
Right.
they can offer. So if your real estate agent is not doing that, ask them to do that for you. Make sure the house is prepared for you to just walk through. That's all you want to do is walk through and not touch anything. And let's be proactive out there and let's be safe. And again, James, thank you for allowing me on your show. Everyone be safe out there. We're praying for everyone to be safe. And if you're ready, go buy a house. Now's the time. Have a good night,
Thank you,
everybody.
Hank. See you later, Hank.
Thanks for your
Thanks a
time,
lot.
Hank. I know you got to show those $1 million houses today.
I appreciate it. I do what I do, James. I do what I do.
All right, brother.
All right.
All right. Raheem, if you want to pull him out, there you go. There you go. There you go. It's just me. It's the James and Jones show again.
Again, back at it, huh?
Jones been on my show 3 times. I think she's trying to take it over.
No,
But,
I'm gonna be a
love having her
co-host. When I be a co-host when I grow up.
Yeah. Okay. Joan, what's behind door number 2?
You know,
That's my co-host.
I just want to really drive into everybody that if you're falling behind on your mortgage payments, just don't put your head under the sand. Contact a real estate agent, your bank, and let us try to figure something out, because there's options. And like I said before, the bank does not want to keep your house. They don't want your house back. They want to save it. So they'll work with you.
Right. Yeah, they don't make money off of non-performing assets. So they don't want to hold it. They don't want to take the loss. So save your house and again have a professional come out and at least give you an estimate so you know the value of what you're struggling with. It may be a blessing in disguise to sell that property. All right. So I mean, outside of kind of what you're doing for your real estate practice, John, what are you doing with your time? In this last couple of weeks.
Well, outside of my real estate business, actually, I'm just leveling up. I'm studying, gaining more knowledge. Taking a step back and organizing my business to be more efficiently once the market really takes off again, and we can really go out and hit the ground showing houses and selling houses without, the COVID out there making everybody afraid. Just calling my clients, making sure they're okay, making sure my older clients, if they have toilet paper, paper towels and things of that nature that they can't get out to get. So just, trying to come from a place of contribution to help my clients, whether they're actively looking or just a past client.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, I'm doing some of the same. Actually getting out and walking too, trying to focus on the things I claimed not to have time for before, right?
And so you got time now.
Yeah, well, getting out there, walking on. We're on a bunch of conference calls, conference calls / trainings,
right.
In our business. We try to level up, and I'm using that time also to have it have a conference call on my phone, get out there and walk. That helps helps you clear your mind too, because this is it's kind of like it's scary business. When you think about it, everybody knows somebody now, or knows of somebody that may have got it, or you hear somebody
exposed to it
in the past
on the front line. Yeah. I have a lot of nurse friends, family members that's on the front line of this, and we're doing everything we can, to help everybody be safe. And also want to talk about going into closings. They have several different options for us now. I know Perry and Associates, they actually, you can choose, you can come in, you can do a drive up, and they can do your closing. You can come in, but you have to limit the parties, just the person that's signing. The agents don't have to be there. They make sure they have very few people in the office during closings, period. They have the hand sanitizer. They have people in there wiping everything down. They have throwaway pens, one-time use. You can just keep it. They're doing everything they can too, but they're slammed as well.
Yeah. I had a closing last week, or maybe the week before last, where we did it all outside. The attorney's office had a table right as you pulled up to that front door, and it had the sell side sign off on their documents first, and then go back and wait in their car. Had the buy side sign off on their documents. Right. I think the message is real estate transactions are still getting done.
We're getting it done.
I have one that's scheduled for tomorrow, and we're probably we're thinking about doing the mail away, where she'll just mail away her documents. Get the documents signed.
That is an option too.
Right.
Yep.
So
they can mail you out your paperwork, and you can sign. And once all the paperwork is back in signed, then they'll disperse everything else.
Yeah. So there's definitely options out there. No one's going to stop this train from moving forward. But in all cases, we're trying to err on the side of being overly cautious to protect folks. All right.
Right.
So keep that in mind. That we're trying to. The industry is doing its best to help you make the transaction as smooth as it was before, all right, but adjust to the new normal so we can move forward.
Now, are you doing any open houses?
Well, I'm planning on doing a virtual open house.
Okay.
So you'll be seeing that invite and some messaging around that coming out this week. But outside the business, it's just like I said, walking, listening to books on tapes, and touching base with my clients and friends, just checking in on everybody, because this is definitely, you'll be surprised, people you haven't talked to in a while, and they just want to hear, just want to vent sometimes, or and you get, you feel so rewarded when you talk to some folks too, and they're telling you about how their kids are driving them crazy. All right, as they teach, I'm past the age of having school age kids, but
I have clients where you call and you already know that you're going to get the voicemail. You get prepared to leave a message. Now I'm able to talk to anybody and everybody I call. So life has really changed for a lot of us, all of us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, you have any listings you wanted to tell the people about, Joan?
I have a listing in College Park that's going to go for 170. It is a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, open floor plan. It should be hitting the market this week.
Okay, great. I have a couple. I have one down in Chattahoochee Hills. Um, it's a 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath. It's on 11.3 acres, and I think that's the real thing. It's 11.3 acres. It's really your own little oasis down there, where you can go down and you know just relax. Right? Um, there is 11.3 acres. I don't know what to tell you about that.
I mean, that
No,
that says a lot.
yeah, there's enough
That's a
land that
good
you could
location.
build another house on there, build several houses on there.
Right.
All right. So I mean, it could be your own little compound. I have another listing that's coming soon in Marietta. So you're really on the Smyrna Marietta borderline. This one's going to be a handyman special, but prices over in that area run, quite honestly, in the 300s. All right. This one you'll be able to get in for 175. All right, and still put the work
That's a
in.
great deal.
Yeah, yeah. No,
175.
it's enough deal. It's enough in there that you can flip it. You get in there, put in 50K or 30K in it, and keep it for yourself, or put it back on the market and still have still capture the top end, right, at the 290 300 area. All right. I have some buyer needs. I'm looking for anybody out there in the Southlands. I got a buyer that's trying to buy into the Southlands subdivision.
Okay.
So 4 or 5, either 4 or 5 bedroom house with a basement. Need a backyard big enough to have a pool. So that's the one I've been working on lately. I got other buyer needs in. I think
Yeah.
we're in McDonough, Locust Grove on Sunday with a buyer. I got folks that are gonna be there looking in probably to Douglasville.
I have 3
Silent
looking in
Springs area.
Douglasville right now. I just went under contract with one Douglasville, but I still have 3 more in Douglasville right now that's looking. So that's a hot market right now.
Yeah,
in
inboxes with your inventory, or if you're thinking about selling your house and you're in those areas, or if you're not in those areas, inboxes with your inventory. Let me know what you guys got, what you're thinking about. We'd love to give you guys the CMA.
I have a investor, really good gym down in Rex, Georgia. It's 130 right now. It's a really cute house. If you send me your information, I can actually send you the house, some pictures of the house. So if you know anybody that's looking to flip a house down in Rex, Georgia, I have the perfect house down there.
Okay. All right, cool. All right, everybody. Well, go ahead. I'm sorry, John. Were you saying something?
I did not, but I can.
I can't hear you for some reason.
You can't hear me?
Okay, now I can. All right. Like I got the laptop over here, so sometimes I look over here, but it's running a little bit behind. So, all right. So what are you doing with your time? Buyer needs. You guys, hey, this is an interactive show. If you want to jump in, give us a call. The number is 678-381-1973. That's 678-381-1973. Come pick the brain of one of us realtors here. Joan has a lot of information to share.
I do.
So yeah, come pick our brains. Come pick our brains. You got questions, scenarios. We would love to help you. Does this shirt make me look fat? Let me stop.
You want to buy a house?
Want to buy a house? Want to buy a house? Want to sell a house?
What do you have on your calendar this week? You have a lot of appointments?
Not yet. I mean, but I got to do my calls to see where we are. Like I said, I got a lot of buyers, and my listing may go live this week.
Thursday?
Yeah, Thursday's my ideal day to put them up. Try to get them up by Thursday. Hopefully, under contract by Sunday. All right. Got a lot of buyers going up this week.
I have someone saying they need information on Southland on here.
Oh, they need information, or they got some information.
Angela, I think he has a buyer that wants to go to Southland, live in that community. If you know anybody in the Southland area that's looking to sell a property, we have a buyer. Hey, Tracy. Hey, Charlene. Hey, Shanavia.
Got a party line over there. I don't got nobody on my feed. Where you at? Where my people's at? Where my people's at? Where my people's at today? All right.
But really, right now, I recommend everyone getting pre-approved so we know exactly what you're working with, because right now we don't have time for you to get pre-approved after you find the property.
The rules of the game have not changed. It's get with a realtor, get pre-approved, right? Then search. All right.
Right.
So get with a realtor. You got two right here. You got Hank that just left. Get with a realtor. Get pre-approved. We have lenders that we use and we trust. And right now the process it's changing a little bit, but now it's time to find out, and so what your game plan is. All right. And then once you get that pre-approval, then we get out there and we'll find you that house. Because if you go before, start the search before you get pre-approved, you're gonna get your heart broken. You're gonna fall in love with the property.
It's not a good feeling if you go looking at a house that's outside of your price point. Everything else in your price point is never going to measure up. So that is something that happens a lot.
Yeah. So definitely do that. What else is on your calendar this week, Joan?
Just trying to get my clients. I have 4 right now that's actively looking, 3 in Douglasville area. I have a few more that I need to get pre-approved. Just trying to keep the train going.
Right. So you just went under contract with.
Yes, I can.
You just went under contract with one of your buyers this weekend, right?
Yeah. Last night I went under contract.
All right. So what's next?
Then what's next is I just sent over a property that was in the 400s to a client, hoping that it's actually one that we've already seen, but previously it was more than what they wanted to spend. Now it had a price reduction, so now hopefully we can make a move on that one.
Okay. Actually, I was asking you, what was next with that client you went under contract? What's your next step with them?
Oh, the next step from there. Step is we've sent out information deadlines. She's already scheduled her inspection, which is very important to schedule your inspection as soon as you go under contract, because you have 10 days to inspect the house from top to bottom, have it done by a professional, a licensed inspector. Once we do that, we'll negotiate whatever the findings are to get the other side to either repair or give us more closing costs. We've already negotiated, I negotiated $8,400 on closing costs.
Nice.
On a 210.
Nice.
So, yeah, I'm proud of myself.
Yeah, you a beast. Sure.
Yeah. Look, I'm the baby of the family. We're used to negotiating and getting our way. So
there you go. All right. So no, that's nice. That's nice. That threw me for a loop. I forgot what my next question was going to be.
I know. All right. I have that.
Let's talk to them about the inspection. All right. And level set folks on the language of the inspection and the report and why they shouldn't freak out.
Okay, so it is very important to have an inspection done when you're purchasing a home, because you want to make sure you're not buying a money pit. You want to make sure that you don't have any major issues such as a crack in a foundational problems, HVAC system issues, mold, anything that's going to be hard to deal with coming into a new home a home that you're purchasing. The inspector is going to give you a report. It's going to list everything from something very minor to whatever's big and in between. It's our job to focus on the major issues. The cosmetic issues, that's something can be worked out in a 30-year time that you have that house. So what we want to do is focus on the majors, because if you give them too many items to look at when you're negotiating, you're going to miss the items that you really want to have done, because they get overwhelmed when they look at such a long list. So I focus, and most agents focus on the major and hazardous issues. Once we get that report done and we send that information over to the other side, to the sellers and the listing agent, we actually go back in and try to come to some type of agreement on what needs to be fixed and what they're going to fix. Anything that they're not going to fix that we feel like they need to, we can negotiate on closing costs as well.
Yeah. So I mean, and she covered it quite well. I mean, quite honestly, the message I really wanted to get across was, when you get that report, don't freak out. All right. Mm-hmm. Because what you're going to do, again, we're going to go back through and we're going to focus on the bigger, the items that we know are going to impact you down the road. All right. So we're going to take care. You're going to look at the major mechanicals, the outside AC, the furnace, the roof. All right. And the hot water heater. Right. Hey, this room is blue and I want to paint it white. That's cosmetic. All right. And that's something that you should address. You should be able to walk into that house, and it's a resale house, and it's not going to be of your taste, right? But see the vision of where you can go with that house. You're going to have time to go in and do some of those projects, and those are some of the things that, hey, if you have a spouse, you guys can work together on it. If you have more money than time, you could throw some dollars at it, right?
Right.
But think about it, that this is your investment. All right, this is going to be yours for the long haul. So don't get caught up in the little things. All right, don't get caught up and find yourself back looking. All right, and then have regrets about giving up that house. I had one client that we saw the house the first time. Boom, he loved it. We got through the inspection report. He started freaking out on imaginary stuff. All right,
right, because
that he thinks it wasn't. Go ahead. Sorry.
It could be something as small as the outlet plate needs to be done. Something so small as that. They list everything, so you have to focus on the bigger picture and don't let those small items cost you your house.
And focus on the things that matter. Because what happened with that guy? We terminated the contract. All right, went back out, started looking again. So it cost him $300 for the inspection. We went back out there and looking again, and I mean, literally, we found that first house on the third stop. All right, we went back out there and we looked over 20 homes, because in his mind he was still comparing that to his first house,
because that was his house.
Right, and we were able to find another house that was equally as good. But I mean, it's one of those things. Sometimes your heart tells you where you want to be, and you got to have the vision. And I know a lot of it, when you're a first-time home buyer, you don't know what to expect. But the thing is, this is going to be an investment. This is going to be something that over time is going to give you a return. So don't freak out.
And don't listen to everybody that has purchased a home. You may have a house. Yeah, bought one or two houses in your lifetime, or a cousin that just purchased a home. Their situation is not your situation.
Right.
You've hired a professional that's in the market every single day, all day, that actually know what's out there and what's important, and looking out for your best interests. Your friends and family or your coworkers, they can talk you out of your dream home and make this whole process miserable.
Absolutely. And their situation is not your situation. whatever happened with them.
Can you say that one
whatever
more
they said
time?
they did.
Can you say it one more
don't know
time?
what. Yeah, you don't know. Their situation is not your situation. You don't know what type of market they bought in. All right. You don't know where they bought in. You don't know, why, oh, well, we were able to get this great deal. Well, it probably was in a buyer's market. All right. Or and not that there's not good deals out there, but you can't use this situation. And just like Facebook, people exaggerate, right? You're catching the yearbook. Facebook's like the yearbook. You're gonna get all the great pictures. They're gonna tell you all the great stories or all the horror stories,
Right.
and exaggerate because it's not. Hey, I had a minor problem. That doesn't sound good. It's got to be it's got to be they got to make it bigger than it is. But don't let them create fear, uncertainty, and doubt that keeps you from your dream.
Move in silence. Move in silence.
Yeah, definitely move in silence, and then share it all and shake them haters off. I guess.
Right. Are you trying to dance? I see you.
I was trying to low key, just kind of work into it. So, so yeah, definitely. So that's the inspection process. Don't get scared. You got great realtors that can negotiate on your behalf from that inspection report.
Even my deal that I negotiated $84,000 on a 210 house. That may not be the next case. You never know the seller's motivation and what they have, because you have sellers that don't have anything that nothing emotional attached to the house where they have to sell right away. So it just depends. So that's another reason not to listen to everybody, because everybody's situation is different.
Absolutely.
But I guarantee you, we're going to do the best that we can to get you the best deal if it's available.
Absolutely. All right, I got 6:47, so we got about 13 minutes left
Wrap it up.
with everybody. As usual, we usually kind of always find our way going through the process. So we found our way back in inspections. We got the negotiation down. All right.
Next is the appraisal.
Yeah. I mean, so next after you're officially under contract and that's when the bank's going to protect their money. So that inspection protects you.
Right.
You want to know what you got going in. The appraisal, which you still got to pay for, protects the bank, but it also protects you, because this is the way we can keep you from overbuying in a market. All right. Because the bank is going to come out there, they're going to order the appraisal. The appraiser is going to come out there and say, hey, this house is worth X amount of dollars. Right. I had one that we just got the appraisal report with. One I'm supposed to close tomorrow. I see. That should be closing tomorrow. The appraisal came out at $325, which is what we priced it at. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So that means that the buyer's getting good value for their money. My seller, is getting as the maximum amount that she can get for that house. All right. But if it came in at $320, chances are my seller would have to think about dropping the price or finding another buyer. Right, because that buyer may not have the cash to bring to the table to
cover the gap. Difference, right?
Right. So but that happens. But again, it protects the buyer, and it reaffirms the number that the seller put out there. All right. But the whole idea is to get the buyer and seller together so we have this happy marriage at the closing table, right?
It works out for everyone. Like my last closing on Friday. The asking price was $190, but we went through all the process with inspection and all of that. Got to the appraisal, it was appraised at $185. So they had to drop the price, and my buyer actually did well in that scenario because it was $185, and she was looking at paying at $190. Plus, we still kept our closing costs. So.
Right. There's a bunch of different types of loans. So I guess we already got to the closing table now, right?
Right.
On the sell side, things you can do. This is still, like I said, this is still a good market to sell a house as well. The first couple steps on selling a house are you get an agent over so we can take a look at it. give you a fair market, give you a market assessment. We'll look at the comps in the area, and we're going to look at the condition of the house.
Right.
All right. If you haven't kept up your house, you may not get top dollar for it. So don't price it top dollar if it needs some work. All right. Or you can price it up there and knowing that we're going to have to be aggressive in attracting buyers and then getting them to, you may have to give more concessions like in closing costs for repairs.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to price it too high because it'll sit on the market longer, and the longer it sits on the market, people think something is wrong with it.
Right. Yeah, no, definitely. People start to say why is it sitting on the market? All right.
So
the other thing as sellers.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
as sellers, if you're planning on moving somewhere, you got to get pre-approved. Right. Well, cash move everything around me, but you got to have a lot of cream to put down on a house. So you got to get pre-approved. So during that time when I'm getting you ready to list your house, and I know you're buying somewhere, we'll send you to our lenders to get pre-approved. So you're ready to move. All right, when that right offer it comes in. Like I was telling Joan, in many cases I'm listing on Thursday, and we're under contract by Sunday. Right, if it's priced right, and
if it's priced right,
the price reflects the condition and the location. All right, so I mean that's how fast things can move in this market. But you gotta let me help you help me. We got to price it. We got to come to that point where we're pricing it right.
basically
right?
trust us on this because we're out here every day doing it. So
Right.
we have to, and we can back it up on why we price things the way we price it.
Yeah, we want to keep it in line with your dream, especially if you found that second place you want to go to. Right. You want to make sure that this is in line, that we move it so we can hit your expectations and timelines. Because especially now, it is a topsy-turvy, uncertain market, and that uncertainty may not because you don't have buyers that are qualified or you don't have sellers that want to move. All right, the uncertainty can come that hey, for lenders now have changed their tune on what's being approved just based off what's going on in the market. All right, this for folks being furloughed, right? That impacts their ability to buy. And I have one client that he was ready to go. I mean, we timed it. We said, okay, this is when we'll get him active, and he got furloughed. All right, so now he has to wait. Happy birthday, Aaron. But now he has to wait. All right, but the whole idea is when he gets his job back, now we got to deal with that. But I mean, this is happening to everybody. It was like 16 million people on the unemployment rolls?
Yes.
Now, so I mean that's happening to everybody, and I want you guys to understand. I mean, to understand, this is not your dream has not been denied. It's just been deferred. All right.
All right, Langston.
So I mean, it's but because everybody, it's not the situation. 10% of what happens to you is a situation. The 90% is what do you do about it, right?
Right.
So get into action. And this is a message I'm telling myself too, because you got to get into action. You got to start working on that 90%. All right. Because everybody has situations. The world was hit with this situation. Right. And you can go into mourning mode. You can say, woe is me. Things this was going to be my best year ever. Or you can spend your day doing that, and then you can saddle up and do the work to prepare yourself, because this is not going to last forever. All right, this is not going to last forever, and you want to come out the gates ready. All right, so if you don't like your job, this is a great time to get your resume out, sharpen it up. You may not find the opportunity there, but you can start researching. All right, if you don't like living in the apartment, call one of us. All right, this is a great time to get out there and start the search. You set up, ask Joan or James or Hank. Tell us what the parameters of what you want. We'll get that to you. All right, we'll get that to you in your inbox daily. All right, What else is here? If you want to sell, I know Joan can tell you. If you want to sell, what are you going to do, Joan?
And they need to call me.
There you go. There you go. There you go. And we'll come over. We'll walk you through. We'll come over there with our masks and our gloves on now and our booties. You know, we ain't coming over there. We're gonna look like we're about to operate on that house.
When he says booties, he means shoe covers.
Shoe covers, yeah.
Well, let me ask you this. So, what are some of the things that when you're out taking your buyers out, what could deter your buyers from going into the house and that being their house? Is it something like some simple as a smell, clutter? What is it? Right.
So, smell, clutter. You know, when I tell my listing, you know, fix the things that you can fix, right? You don't have to. I mean, if you got some wild colors, I may tell you, hey, you know, if you want, you're going to get more bang for your buck if you paint, right? If you spend a little money now on paint.
Paint. Right. Bright orange.
No. I mean, paint neutral colors.
Neutral colors. Okay.
Colors. The hot color now.
You know, orange is one of my favorite colors, so I was just wondering.
Okay. That'll be a no. All right. That'll be a no. Go with that. Go with that something neutral. Go with that that light gray that everybody's rocking now with the white trim. You know, that's something that's going to make your house look more expansive. You know, the lighter colors makes the room look bigger. All right. So, you know,
depersonalize.
Yeah, definitely depersonalize. Get all your clutter, all your knickknacks, put them in a box. Stop packing. All right, that's what I want you to do. Stop packing. Start acting like you're moving out. Just pick a room. Put everything in a box. I don't care if you got to have a wine party, you know, but start to work on that kitchen. You know, declutter. Put everything in a box and put it under the counter for right now. All right. What else do you tell them, Joan?
Just basically, when you're getting ready to sell your home, you want the buyers to come in and see themselves in your house. You don't want any distractions from them looking at your house. If you were in there and you cooked with some onions and garlic just before they walked in, I can tell you right now, they're not going to get past that smell no matter how great your house is. That's going to be what they remember, and it's not going to move them to action. You want to make sure you keep your house clean. I say take down family, like I have pictures of my family up here. Remove those pictures. You just want it to be neutral. You want it to be when they walk in, they can see them and their whole family in there.
Yeah. Look, I had to take down my Malcolm X poster when I sold my house. You know,
right.
I had to take down all my family pictures when I sold my house. The reality is, you want folks to come in there and see their Malcolm X picture on the wall. All right.
Right.
Or see what they want like on the wall. Right. I did leave up my Patriot stuff because, you know, world champs, or you know, six-time world champs.
Cheaters. What?
You say potato, I say potato. All right. But you know, you depersonalize that house because you want everybody to come in there to envision what they're going to do. And trust me, you know, don't try to get into their minds and think everybody's taste is like yours.
It's not.
It's not. You know. So, and I also tell folks, I want you to paint and when it needs it, right? But don't, if you have the opportunity, if you're there when they're showing and, you know, you're leaving or whatever, you run into them, don't share unnecessarily. All right. I know what you want to do to the house, but, you know, make sure allow them to have that clean slate in their head. All right. When folks want something, they'll come to us and they'll ask us. You know, so, but hey, guys, we've got a minute left. And Joan, I want to thank you again.
Thank you for having me.
For joining. Yeah, I want to thank Hank Purefoy for jumping in. We got to do this together. We got to talk Eric into our other partner into jumping on this platform one time. We'd love to hear his viewpoint as well.
Could you say the name of the radio station, the
Yeah,
podcast?
it is Dirty Knees Radio. It is yeah, Dirty Knees Radio. So dkmradio.com.
And their phone number?
The number is 678-381-1973.
Okay.
All right. And if you're watching this feed, it is I think it was coming across the feed at least at one point. Great day to buy your home. Why not? It's always a great day to buy. Today is a great day. Today's going to be a great day to buy your house.
Why wait?
Why wait? Do not wait. Do not wait. Do not wait. Call me. Bye.
See you later.
Raheem, appreciate it, man.